Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy, the letter G, and today I want to ask you guys a question. Why did Fallout 4 get the shit into the stick? Why was that? So today I am here to give you guys or tell you guys why, in my opinion, okay, it got pretty much the shit end of the stick, Bethesda-wise, okay? Now, don't get me wrong, I'm pretty sure Fallout 3 had its share of hate, and Fallout New Vegas had its share of hate, and even the first two had their share of hate. Well, I should have said first three, including tactics, but that's besides the point. The reason why Fallout 4 got the most amount of flack was because of the limitations they put onto the game, which is not a big deal, okay? I mean, games like, that's why Fallout 4 got the biggest flack, because of the RPG limits and the bugs and the voice acting and stuff like that. That's why Fallout 4 got, one of the reasons, why Fallout 4 got the biggest flack. The other reason is because there were, at that time, several bugs in the game prior to its very first release, okay? Which, again, after the years or months have went by, I haven't stumbled upon any bugs, at least, even in this gameplay you're seeing on screen right now. I have not stumbled upon any, game-breaking, frustrating bugs, as of yet. And I'm pretty sure I will eventually. But I think they actually did fix some of those bugs that people were complaining about, and which is a good thing. That's, again, bugs was the other reason why people didn't like it. And the other thing, too, is it felt like a first-person shooter. Okay, like a modern-day Call of Duty first-person shooter. And that's not a big deal. I don't know why people are making that into a big deal. It's a Fallout game. Even in Fallout 3, maybe even New Vegas, okay, people were probably saying it's like Call of Duty or, something like that, but, with a quest system or something like that. And it's not. It's a totally different game than those, and it's kind of stupid to compare Fallout 4 to Fallout 3, or to Call of Duty, okay? And the other thing is, which has been talked about a lot of people think it's the same thing as Fallout 3. Story-wise, yes, you're in a vault and so on and so forth, but other than that, no, it's totally different. Okay, that's the other reason why. Now, the other reason is because of the settlement system. Now, I have no problem with the settlement system. I think the settlement system is by far probably the best feature they could have put in the game, and I will admit that I am not happy with half of the DLC being focused on that, which is stupid in the end of itself, but it's not like a big deal. The way people and other YouTubers make it sound that hate the game, not hate it, but just dislike the game, is they made it sound like it was more of a chore to, I guess, use the settlement system, if you guys know what I mean. To me, it seemed like, or not to me, but to them it seemed like the settlement system was like the biggest part in the game. Even with the fucking DLC, it's not the biggest part of the game. It's actually pretty optional if you guys think about it. And yes, I know Preston Garvey with the settlement needs your help. Okay, that's that. But there's no reason to say the settlement system is a big flaw in the game. It really isn't. You could totally avoid it. I've avoided it for a while, and I've used the settlement system, and I have no problem with it. I think it's fine, but a lot of people don't like that, and that's one of the setbacks for this game, which it shouldn't be, but it is, and I, just deal with it, dude, I guess. But anyways, the other reason why people hate it is because of the biggest part of it all. It's not an RPG. Well, let me tell you, in the video I made before, I explained how none of the Fallout games are anywhere near the definition in true RPG. So, Fallout 4's RPG elements aren't that bad. Okay, I mean, yeah, to Fallout hardcore Fallout fans, maybe, but maybe to those that just don't care about that and they just play the game because it's fun and stuff like that, and that's fine. I mean, that's totally fine. That's why I play it. I mean, I've already gone over. It's pretty addicting to play. I mean, it doesn't like confiscate my life or anything, but you know. But Fallout 4's RPG limits are not anything near true. Okay, the true definition of an RPG. It's all of them are limited down to, you know, whatever. So that's the other reason why people didn't like Fallout 4, was because of the RPG limitations that were put into the game. And again, that's not a big deal. I mean, like I just said, it's been, all of the RPG limitations were dumbed down. If you know what I mean, at least compared to a true RPG. It's stupid to say that, but I'm just going off. I apologize. But now the other reason why people didn't like it was because of the graphics. Now, I don't know why people hated the graphics. A lot of people are like, well, it's so last gen. In a way it is, in a way it is not. Okay? I mean, there are some really high quality textures and stuff they put into it that the last gen consoles could not stand or could not handle at all. Okay? And just saying that the graphics, you know, are last gen, it doesn't mean anything. Okay? I mean, at least the graphics are a lot better. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, they're a lot better than the predecessory games towards this series and stuff like that. And I think that's a major improvement, Bethesda-wise, okay? And I hope later on in the Fallout universe that happens and they continue to improve the graphics more and more and more. But yeah, that's just it. Now, the other thing I do agree with 100% is the story. The story is not 100%. Okay, and I agree with that entirely. I think the story is complete garbage compared to Fallout 3. Okay, even though I think it was the same thing as Fallout 3. But yeah, a lot of people didn't like it because of the story and all that, and you know, it was in comparison to Fallout 3, and again, like I said, it was definitely basically the same thing, and it's not just that. A lot of people just thought the story wasn't a Fallout story, and I agree. I thought the story was pretty fucking weak compared to a Fallout story. But yeah, that's another reason why. And again, that shouldn't like destroy why you hate the game or why you should not like it. That if people like the story, they like the story. Okay, and I'm gonna be completely honest. Again, off fucking track again. God damn it. I find myself time and time again enjoying the story, even though I've told myself that I hate the fucking story. I think it's pointless, and I still do to this day. But yeah, I mean, that's fine and stuff like that, even if you like, you know, like I said. But anyways, on towards the other reason. The other reason is because of VATS. People have hated VATS since Fallout 3, and a lot of people are saying, well, VATS is just a way to cheat to get your kill in the game. And no, it is actually not. At least in Fallout 4, it is not. Okay, VATS in Fallout 3, including New Vegas, would be considered cheating. Okay, because in New Vegas and Fallout 3, VATS completely froze time. Okay. In Fallout 4, it doesn't freeze time. So, where's the argument? Yeah, so where is the argument indeed in saying VATS is cheating in Fallout 4? I mean, it's not. Unless you're using mods, I guess that's the only way you could be considered cheating, or could be considered cheating. I mean, there's like no reason to say VATS is considered cheating in Fallout 4 because one, Fallout 4's VATS just slows down time, and I think that should have been implemented into like the like Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas, but at least in 4 it was implemented in that, and hopefully in the future. Now, the other reason why people hate it was because of the combat system. I know I kind of briefly went over this, but I'm going to go into more in depth. So the combat system, people said it was too easy. I have died multiple fucking times and had a hard time killing enemies with the fucking combat system. And I have not even used VATS as much as I did in Fallout 3 and New Vegas with the new, violence mechanic, I think I could say, implemented in the game. And I haven't really used VATS as much, okay? Unless I really fucking need to in order to, wound my enemy more than what I can do without VATS. That's it. That's all there is. I mean, there's no need for VATS in Fallout 4. I mean, they could have probably taken it out and the shooting and stuff would have been fine. But yeah, so now the other reason, this might be the last reason, is because of the season pass price. Now, I don't know why people are getting so ass hurt about that, about like the season pass price, and now I could see why, because it's been fucking years since the game's release, and it's still pretty fucking expensive, including on PC, and console even, and it's, I think, $40, and I understand that, and I believe it was 50. Now, I will say this, the game was still new. The game was still new, and there should be, no reason at all to say, oh, it's the season pass, and have that interfere with the love or hate for the game at all, okay? There's no reason whatsoever to compare a season pass into, the mechanics and stuff of the game overall, and stuff like that. I don't see why people go off on the price for something in a game. I mean, the only people that I could agree, not people, but the only argument I can agree with, okay, with when it comes to microtransactions and stuff like that, would be for Activision's Call of Duty, okay? That's why. That is why people don't, one of the reasons why people don't like this game is because of the season pass price and the DLC. I will say this, the DLC was not satisfactory at all, except for Nuka World and Far Harbor. And for me, at least, I thought Automatron was pretty fun. Was a pretty fun DLC to play. But other than that, the DLC was 100%, not 100%, but almost 50% of the DLC was focused on the settlement system. And I think they really wanted, people to play it and give input and stuff like that, so they could probably might use it in the next Fallout game or whatever. I don't know, and I don't give a shit, but that's my thoughts. I'm sorry I rambled on pointless tangents and stuff like that. So this video is going to be titled a lot different than what I had intended for. And if you guys like the video, please show your support in any way you can. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out, motherfucker.